Johnson was weakened by the growth of the anti-war movement in America.
Come on, mothers throughout the land, pack your boys off to Vietnam. Come on, fathers, don't hesitate. Send your sons off before it's too late. Be the first one on your block. Have your boy come home in a box. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Yeah, there ain't no time to wonder why. We all gonna die.
When you turned on AFN and you saw riots in the streets and whatever, and guys were saying, wait a minute, why am I fighting here when these guys at home are saying this is the wrong thing to do?
In public, Johnson staged a show of optimism and support for General Westmoreland and his troops.
The enemy is not beaten, but he knows that he has met his master in the field. He is trying to buy time, hoping that our nation's will does not match his will.
In 1968, in the fields and on the rivers, massive preparations were being made by the communists for concerted attacks throughout South Vietnam. Weapons, ammunition, and supplies were moved to the south for an offensive planned for the Vietnamese New Year, Tet. The communists hoped to spark a general uprising across the country.
Taxis carried chrysanthemums into Saigon for the Tet market. Hidden underneath them were AK-47s. The people supported the revolution. They helped us. We were able to penetrate the security in the city. We changed our clothes and carried fake identity documents. The people of Saigon hid us in their houses.
I didn't want the enemy to know that I knew what was going to happen. I did know. I made a mistake in not making that known to the American public because they were caught by surprise.
The strength of the Tet offensive came as a shock to Westmoreland and the American public. On television, they saw their South Vietnamese allies fighting the Viet Cong in the streets of Saigon itself. Worse still, they saw the American embassy penetrated by Viet Cong commandos.
CIA men and MPs have gone into the embassy and are trying to get the snipers out by themselves.
With the Tet offensive at its height, leading American politicians were turning on the president.
It is said the Viet Cong will not be able to hold the cities, and that is probably true. But they have demonstrated, despite all of our reports of progress, of government strength, and of enemy weakness, that 500,000 American soldiers, with 700,000 Vietnamese allies, with total command of the air, total command of the sea, backed by the huge resources and the most modern weapons, that we are unable to secure even a single city from the attacks of an enemy whose total strength is about 250,000.
The fiercest battle was to recapture the ancient city of Hue.
How long do you think it's going to take you to get through this city?
We'll be here in a few weeks anyway, cleaning it out. It'll take a little while to get it out of here.
You lost any friends?
Quite a few. We lost one the other day, good buddy. The whole thing stinks, really.
When Hue was eventually retaken, the Americans found that thousands of civilians had been murdered by the communists. Tet was a major defeat for the Viet Cong. Their main objective, to inspire a nationwide uprising, had failed. But Johnson had been stunned by the scale of the Tet offensive. Disillusioned, Secretary of Defense McNamara was leaving office. Johnson replaced him with Clark Clifford.
I'd ask questions like, when is the war going to end? Well, we don't know. How many more men do you think we're going to lose? Well, we really don't know. And I finally got down to it and said, what is our plan to win the war in Vietnam? Turned out there wasn't any. The plan was just to stay with it and ultimately hoping that the enemy would finally give up.
Johnson was persuaded that the war could not be won on the battlefield and that he must negotiate.
I renew the offer I made last August to stop the bombardment of North Vietnam. We ask that talks begin promptly, that they be serious talks on the substance of peace.
What he said next surprised the world.
I shall not seek, and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.